Okay, and we're back. Scene 18. Can you see me? Interior Sasha's room. She stands looking out her window.
No, no, no!
She says, closing her eyes tightly and shaking.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
She rocks back and forth. She begins to pull on the ends of her hair.
It's just in your head.
The camera cuts to the parking lot, showing Sasha's view from the window. Grace makes it towards the door, mere feet from being seen by a nurse.
Someone, anyone, please. Haley.
Emerson grabs Grace again by the hair. He slits Grace's throat, blood pouring out like a fountain. He lets go of her hair, dropping her to the ground. He stands, grabs her by the ankles, and drags her body away. The camera cuts to Sasha's room.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not. He's not real. No, no, no.
She pulls on her hair. A few strands come out with her fingers. She cries. The lights in her room begins to rain. Scene 19. In your dreams. Interior Haley's room. Night. Haley tosses and turns in her sleep. There are flashes of the attack in the cabin.
Please, God, stop! Leave me alone!
She breathes heavily, tears streaming down her face.
Please just go away.
More moments from the night appear. Her screams echo.
Oh, God!
Her voice echoes.
Come get me! Kill me!
The camera focuses on the chair in the corner of the room. With a flicker, Emerson is sitting in the chair. He stands and starts to walk towards Haley. The bloody letter opener is still in his hand. Blood drips from it. Drip, drip. Haley continues to toss around. Suddenly a voice softly cuts through. Haley jumps up in her bed. Emerson is gone, leaving behind nothing but a few droplets of blood on the floor.
Leah.
She places her hand over her heart. Scene 20. The gift. Are you going to be okay? Coughing fit. Interior activities room. Day. The group is gathered in a circle in the middle of the room.
I want to thank everyone for speaking today. Now, before I leave, Dr. Lotus had a special gift for each of you.
Thank you, Rochelle.
He says, reaching into his pocket.
I have one for each of you.
He pulls out beaded bracelets made from a familiar rope.
Ben.
He hands them out one at a time.
Mel, Sasha, Kyle, and Haley.
Are we supposed to wear these? A guy's never given me jewelry before.
It's not my first time.
Ooh, pretty. And it goes nicely with my sweats. I like the colors.
Thank you.
She places the bracelet in her pocket.
Now you will all have something to remember your stay here.
No offense, Doc, but I don't think we'll need help remembering we're here.
Yeah, no shit.
And you'll all remember the friends I made here.
Yeah, lucky for you. You get to take them with.
Mel leans towards Haley.
She teases me because she likes me. We're good friends.
No, we are not.
Best friends. We tell each other everything.
I literally tell you to shut up like 4 times a day.
I'm glad we're at the point in our friendship, minds and hearts open, souls bare to each other, where we can just express our feelings freely.
Jesus Christ.
Sasha, please. And Melanie?
Who?
Mel, that's enough.
Okay. Thanks for the bling, Doc.
She skips away. The group begins to scatter.
Haley?
Yeah.
Aren't you going to wear your bracelet?
I'm not really one for wearing jewelry. but thank you.
She turns and walks away.
Doctor, are you sure this will work?
I think so. Once Haley realizes what the bracelet is made of and that nothing has happened to her or the others, she'll have to face the truth of that night.
And if she doesn't?
Hmm. Well, then we'll have to take her on a little trip. Make her face everything in person.
He nods his head and walks away.
Poor girl.
Scene 21. What goes bump in the night? Interior janitorial closet. Ben waits leaning against the wall. The lights flicker above him.
What's going on with the light around here?
The door opens and Nurse Beckett steps in, closing the door behind her.
Sorry I'm late. I had to finish some stuff up before I could sneak away.
Ben pulls her close and kisses her.
So how do you plan to make it up to me,
She smiles at him and removes her overshirt, letting it fall to the floor.
I'm sure I could think of something.
She pushes him up against the wall and kisses him. She pulls off his shirt and puts her hand against his chest.
In fact, I think I can think of a few things.
Oh, yeah?
He kisses her again.
Tell me, or better yet, show me.
She reaches for his sweats and unties them. They keep their eyes locked. The camera cuts to the interior of Mel's room. Mel sits humming to herself, playing with her bracelet.
Pretty little shiny thing. Pay no attention to the noise next door.
She says in a sing-songy way.
La 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 la.
The camera moves down the hall towards Haley's room. She pulls the bracelet out of her pocket and places it on the end table. She then flops onto her bed.
Ugh.
She exhales. She hears footsteps coming down the hall. They stop just outside of her door. She rolls over and sits up in her bed.
Is someone there?
She calls out.
Hello?
She stands up and slowly makes her way towards the door. Before she grasps the knob, she sees it slowly start to turn on its own.
No.
She grabs the knob and presses herself against the door to brace it.
Leave me alone.
She says under her breath.
You can't be here.
The camera cuts to the interior of the janitor's closet. Nurse Beckett puts her shirt back on and adjusts herself before opening the door.
See you in my next break.
She winks at Ben. She leaves, closing the door behind her. Ben adjusts his sweats and puts on his shirt. As he walks towards the door, it swings open. Emerson stands in the doorway. He rushes in, shoving Ben to the ground. Thunder can be heard in the background.
The hell?
Emerson grabs a mop, stomps on it, and breaks off the handle. He begins to stab at Ben, backing him into the corner near the sink.
What the? Stop it! Dude, no, somebody help!
Emerson swings again at Ben. Ben blocks with his hand.
Shit!
He cries out as his hand is stabbed.
What do you want?
The camera focuses on Emerson's face. He pulls back the broom handle. He grabs Ben with his other hand and lifts him, thunder still crackling outside.
Oh my god, help!
Emerson slams Ben's head back into the mirror on the wall. It cracks from the force. Ben lets out a scream as Emerson plunges the broken handle into his throat. He proceeds to push it further, shattering the mirror. Ben lets out a final gurgle. He coldly drops. You did it for him, good. He coldly drops him, his body falling limp into the sink, shards of the mirror around him. He steps back to admire his work, then steps out of the room, closing the door. He disappears down the hall. The camera focuses on Ben's face as he spits up blood. Haley slides down her door, still holding the doorknob.
No. No, please.
Tears streaming down her face.
Leave me alone.
She whispers.
No more. Please.
The camera focuses on the bracelet on her table.
Just leave me alone.
Footsteps can be heard approaching the janitorial closet. The doors open, showing only a shadowy figure. Scene 22. A storm is brewing. Nurse Beckett approaches the nurse's station.
Where have you been?
On my break?
Let's just hope that's all you were on.
Excuse me, if you have something to say.
Nothing at all. Just some of us are a bit more professional than others.
She gives a half smile.
And some might want to think before doing whatever it is that they are doing.
If you have a problem, I'd love to discuss it.
Problem? There's a problem?
Nope, just having a little chat with Miss Beckett here.
Uh-huh.
Nurse Beckett hurries away.
Isn't your shift over, doctor?
By now, about an hour.
Leaving early then?
Indeed.
He sets down a folder on the counter.
You might want to make your rounds a bit early tonight. Looks like it's going to be a bad storm.
And we all know how Sasha enjoys those. I'll go do that now.
Michelle walks down the hall towards the patient's rooms. The lights flicker and thunder can be heard in the distance. The doctor looks down at his watch.
Leaving early indeed.
The lights flicker again, and as they come on, Emerson can be seen behind the doctor. The doctor walks towards the elevator, and Emerson follows, keeping him a few steps behind. The doctor steps just in front of the elevator door and pats his pockets.
Jeez.
He turns, and Emerson is gone. The doctor hums to himself as he goes and fetches his keys from his office. Scene 23, making the rounds. Interior hallway, the camera moves down the hall towards Mel's room.
But I don't understand.
She pauses.
Quiet. Someone's coming.
Footsteps can be heard from down the hall.
Yes, I'll do it.
Michelle enters the room.
Evening, Melanie.
It's Mel. I don't understand why that's so hard to remember. It's 3 letters. M-E-L.
I'm sorry, Mel.
She looks around the room.
Who were you just talking to just now?
You?
No, before. I heard you talking to someone.
Oh, no one. Me, I guess this is a good place to admit to such things. Everyone talks to themselves. It doesn't mean I'm crazy. At least that doesn't.
I guess it depends.
The lights flicker.
But I don't think you are crazy.
She walks around to the side of Mel's bed.
I think you're the only one.
I know you've been having a hard time with the others.
I wouldn't say that.
She pauses for a second.
Okay, I guess I would.
But you have to know it's not your fault.
Oh, I know it's not. I'm awesome. They're the problem.
Well, I'm going to continue with my rounds. Lights out in 20 minutes.
Got it.
And Mel?
Yeah?
For what it's worth, I do think you are awesome.
Michelle leaves the room.
Strike one from the list.
She spins her bracelet around her wrist. Scene 24. The devil is a woman. Interior hallway. Rochelle walks down the hall towards Sasha's room.
No, no, no.
Sasha, are you okay?
What? Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't sound fine. You want to talk about it?
No, every time I talk about things, I get pumped full of drugs.
I promise I won't say anything to Dr. Lotus.
It's Haley, or it's not her, but it looks like her. I keep seeing her.
What do you mean?
I see her doing things, terrible things.
What kinds of things?
I see her hurting people, me, Ben, but it's not her. It looks like her, but it's not.
Sasha.
I know, I sound crazy, don't I?
She sits on her bed.
I feel crazy. Please don't tell anyone.
Begs Rochelle.
You have my word.
She sits next to Sasha and puts her hand on her shoulder.
I'm here for you if you need me.
Yeah, but for how long?
Rochelle gives her a questioning look.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Sasha.
She grabs a pillow from her bed and grips it tightly.
Sasha, I promise. No one is going to hurt you.
Oh, yeah?
she says, fiddling with her bracelet. Scene 25. Night nurse. Interior nurse's station. Night. Nurse Beckett stands next to a file cabinet, flipping through files. She finds the one she's looking for and pulls it out,
There you are.
says to herself. She walks over to a computer and starts to type. She opens the folder and reads it to herself, then goes back to typing.
Hmm.
Ben says in a whisper. She turns around and looks for Ben.
Ben,
She stands up and walks around the nurse's desk.
where are you?
She takes a step and sees Ben standing at the end of the hall.
Hey,
He turns and walks away.
very funny. If Rochelle catches you out of your room, you're going to be in trouble.
She walks down the hall, still talking to him.
Did you hear me? Ben,
She walks up to the janitor's closet and sees the light on.
Ben, baby, I don't have time right now. My next break isn't for
She looks down and sees a bit of blood under the door.
Ben.
Come on in, baby. I've got a surprise for you.
She slowly
Ben,
reaches out and turns the knob to the door. The lights go out.
Ben.
She takes a step forward and reaches for the light switch. The sounds of thunder drowns out her scream as she sees Ben's bloody body. When Emerson appears behind her, he grabs her, picking her up by the neck. She kicks and thrashes towards him. He throws her further into the room, the door slamming behind him. He rushes towards her, his arms stretched out. The camera cuts to Rochelle making her rounds. She approaches Haley's room.
Knock, knock.
She says as she tries to open the door.
Haley?
She pushes. Haley lays motionless on her body pressed up against the door.
Nurse! Somebody help!
She tries to push the door open a bit more.
Haley, wake up. Haley.
The camera cuts back to the closet. Emerson sits straddling Nurse Beckett, his hands around her neck. He gasps for air and swings wildly at him. He lets go and reaches up, grabbing mirror shards from each hand. He quickly and violently stabs at her with both shards. With every other stab, he fades in and out, changing from him to Haley. She raises her hands to protect herself, and a shard stabs through her palm, breaking off inside it. She lets out a horrific scream. He proceeds to stab at her with the shards. Dropping one, he grabs her by the arm, and a snap is heard as her arm breaks. She screams again, thunder drowns out. She tries to fight back with her free hand, scratching and clawing at him, screaming and crying the whole time.
No!
He takes her broken arm and twists it, piercing her skin with the bone. He forces her arm upwards, stabbing her in the jugular with her own broken bone. The camera cuts to the hallway. The sound of stabbing can be heard. Blood rushes out from underneath the door into the hallway. Rochelle rushes down the hall.
Help! Nurse Beckett, I need you.
She takes a step past the janitor's closet and slips in the blood.
Nurse?
She hits her head, knocking her out. Scene 26. Keys. Interior Dr. Lotus's office. Night. He opens the drawer of his desk, thunder clapping in the background.
Keys. Where are my keys?
He searches each drawer, then spots his jacket hanging hanging up near the door. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out the keys.
Here we are.
He looks down at his watch, turns off the light, then walks out of the room, closing the door behind him. Thunder claps again. The lights in the hallway flicker. Emerson appears behind the doctor and follows him down the hall, past the nurse's station.
Rochelle, you wouldn't believe it. I forgot my keys.
He looks around and doesn't see anyone. The lights flicker and lightning flashes through the windows behind him. Emerson's silhouette can be seen behind the doctor until the lights come back on.
Rochelle? Nurse Beckett. Where is everyone?
He looks around the station, then walks towards the elevator. The camera cuts to Mel sitting on her bed.
3 down.
She says in a sing-songy way, playing with her bracelet.
3 to go.
The lights flicker and go out. Lightning lights up the room, showing Emerson standing beside Mel's bed.
Showtime.
She gives a devilish smile. Scene 27. What's up, Doc? Interior main hall. Night. The elevator doors open, and in steps Dr. Lotus. He hums to himself as he pulls his phone from his pocket and dials a number.
Hey, honey. I know I'm only an hour late tonight. What's for dinner?
He presses a button on the elevator and the doors close, and it starts to go down.
You know that's my favorite.
He chuckles. The lights in the elevator flicker, and it comes to a halt.
The hell?
He reaches over and presses the button again.
Damn it. No, it's just the elevator stuck. I'm going to need to call for help. Yes, of course. I'll be fine. I'll talk to you when I get to the car.
He hangs up the phone and looks for the emergency button. He presses it.
Hello?
He presses it again.
I said hello. Is anyone there? Where is everybody?
He takes a step back, Emerson appearing behind him.
What? Am I alone in the hospital?
Scene 28. The storm. Interior hallway.
Hello?
Kyle walks down the dark hallway, keeping his hand on the wall.
Is everything okay? I heard screaming.
The lights come back on, revealing Rochelle laying on the floor in a pool of blood.
Jesus!
Kyle backs up, running into Haley.
Haley, what's going on?
He's here.
Who's here?
I tried to warn you. Nobody listened.
She mutters to herself.
Haley, you're not making any sense. Now, Rochelle looks hurt. We need to find some help.
There is no help for us.
What are you talking about? We just need to...
Kyle spots Emerson standing at the end of the hall.
Who's that?
Haley turns around and sees him.
Death.
We have to go.
Kyle grabs Haley by the arm and runs down the hall. Emerson walks slowly towards them. Rochelle starts to come to. Emerson stops right in front of her. She lets out a scream as he lifts up his leg and stomps down on her face. He repeats this action, the camera following the movement of his leg. Rochelle screams out with the first few stomps of his foot. He lifts a final time, and with a great force, he makes contact with her head again, this time knocking out some of her teeth as they fly across the hallway. The camera focuses on her bloody, deformed face. Scene 29. Death comes for us all. Interior main room. Night. Lightning flashes through the big windows, and a storm can be seen outside.
Where do we go?
Haley looks around.
The stairs?
Right.
He says out of breath.
Look out. He could be anywhere.
Kyle and Haley rush past the nurse's station towards the stairs to find Emerson standing in front of the door.
Shit. How did he...
What part of he's a ghost do you not understand?
She says as she backs slowly. She grabs at Kyle's shoulder and pulls him back towards her.
Come on!
She runs back into the main room and towards Dr. Lotus's office.
I'm here!
She calls to Kyle. They run into the office and Kyle locks the door.
Why did I do that?
He looks back at Haley.
That's not the way to keep him out, is it?
Haley shakes her head.
No.
Great. So what's the plan?
Survive.
How do you suppose we do that?
You want to try again?
How do you suppose we do that?
I don't know, but I've made it this far.
True.
He looks at Haley.
You really are crazy.
You're going to have to remind yourself of that if we make it out of this alive.
If? Didn't you get away from him before?
Yeah, well, it was easier when he couldn't leave the property.
What?
I don't know how he did it now. He couldn't cross the property line before.
She begins to go through the desk drawers.
There must be something.
She finds the rope and pulls it out.
What the hell?
Haley? What is it?
That son of a bitch!
Scene 30. Paging Dr. Lotus. Interior elevator. The lights flash again and the elevator begins to move once more.
There we go.
The doctor puts his phone back in his pocket and pulls out his keys. A moment later, the elevator doors open. The camera follows the doctor to the parking lot. He walks towards his car, humming the whole way. He stops when he spots a figure standing under a street lamp.
Excuse me, visiting hours are over. You hear me?
The camera cuts to behind the figure. It's Emerson. He stands there breathing heavily.
Sir, if you need medical attention, I suggest you...
Emerson suddenly rushes towards him.
What the...
The doctor begins to rush back towards the hospital.
What do you want?
He runs back in and turns back to see Emerson gone.
Where'd he go?
He turns around and is face to face with Emerson. He screams as Emerson raises the bloody letter opener and swipes it at the doctor. The doctor raises his hand to cover his face. The blade slashes his hand and he lets out a scream. The lights go out. When the lights return, Emerson is nowhere to be found. The doctor looks around, dropping his hand from in front of his face.
What? Where?
He takes a couple steps forward and the lights flicker again.
Whoever you are, I'm calling security. So I suggest you leave if you don't want any trouble.
He walks by an open door. Emerson rushes out, the broken broom in his hand.
You.
He stabs the doctor in the stomach, lifting him up from the ground. He pushes him back, pins him into the wall. The doctor coughs up blood. Emerson lifts his head with his hair, pulls out the letter opener, and stabs him in the eye.
Ooh!
Scene 31. A little one-on-one. Interior hallway. Sasha peeks her head around the corner.
Hello?
She cautiously takes a step forward.
Is anyone there?
She spots Rochelle's body and lets out a scream. Her head back to her room. Sasha closes the door and hides behind it.
No, this isn't real. It isn't.
She whispers to herself.
Blood. So much blood. It isn't real.
Emerson appears in the corner of the room and slowly makes his way towards her.
It isn't real. It isn't real.
She rocks back and forth. She hits herself in the head.
Make it stop!
Emerson inches closer to her and the camera cuts to Haley. Sasha's scream can be heard from down there.
Sasha,
Oh, God.
we can't just stay here. But no matter what no matter what we do, he's going to kill us all.
What does he want? Why is he here?
Haley looks down at the rope.
I don't know why, but I think I know how he's here.
She spins the rope around with her fingers.
What do you mean?
I think this is part of his hanging rope. I'm just not sure what it's doing here.
His what?
It's his...
She's interrupted by the sound of the doorknob rattling.
Oh, God.
Kyle whispers to himself.
Get away from the door.
Kyle starts to back up when he hears a frantic knock.
Mel?
He reaches for the doorknob.
Wait, don't!
Kyle opens the door to find Mel standing there, her hands covered in blood. She's shaking and breathing heavily.
What the hell?
Sasha's dead. I found her.
Jesus.
Get in here quickly.
She waves her in. Mel runs in, and Kyle closes and locks the door again. He turns back towards the others.
I did it again. I locked the door.
Whatever makes you feel safer.
She tightens her grip on the rope.
You don't think anything could make me feel safe right now?
Haley, what do we do?
Why do you keep asking
You're
me?
the one that's lived through this before. What did you do then?
I
It
ran.
is really not an option.
Then we fight.
How do you fight a ghost?
She sees the lighter on the desk.
I have an idea, but I'm not saying it's a good one.
I'll take whatever you've got.
Scene 32. Tick-tock. Interior hallway. Night. A figure makes its way down the hall towards the doctor's office. It moves slowly, lumbering towards the door. Voices can be heard from the other side.
Are you sure this will work?
I have no idea, but it's worth a try.
The figure reaches for the doorknob. The camera cuts to inside the office.
Here we go.
She stands next to the desk, holding out the rope. She takes the lighter and sets it on fire.
Burn, you piece of shit!
Suddenly, Emerson appears beside Haley, the bloody letter opener in his hand. He grabs her and throws her over the desk. The rope falls to the floor, still on fire. Haley lets out a scream.
Haley!
Ah!
Emerson takes a step towards Haley. Kyle grabs a chair and swings it towards Emerson.
Hey, asshole.
He drops the chair.
Come get me.
Kyle, no!
Emerson rushes towards him, stabbing Kyle in the stomach. Kyle cries out in pain.
Ah!
The camera focuses on the rope as it burns. Emerson blinks in and out of view, and then he's suddenly gone. Kyle grabs the letter opener and pulls it out of his stomach, dropping it to the ground.
Ah!
Mel sees the letter opener, leans down and grabs it, as Kyle helps Haley up from the floor.
Is he gone? Are we out of danger?
I don't know.
She looks around.
Maybe. I think so.
Not exactly.
Mel begins to violently stab at Kyle with the letter opener. She screams like a madwoman as the blade of the opener stabs Kyle.
What the...
Haley lets out.
Ah! What are you doing?
Kyle's body drops to the ground.
Killing Kyle, what do you think I'm doing?
She says, covered in blood.
What the fuck, Mel?
She tries to step back from her.
What can I say? I've always wondered what it would be like
She looks down at Kyle.
to take a life.
She looks back at Haley.
Turns out it's easy.
You're crazy.
You know, people keep saying that to me.
She lets out a laugh.
Must be true.
Why?
Oh, you poor thing. You don't know, do you?
Want to fill me in?
She says, taking
Huh?
another step back.
You know, when meeting someone, it's customary to ask their last name, but you were so into your own thing. You never took the time to get to know any of ours.
She points the letter opener towards Kyle.
Kyle's was Peterson.
She keeps her eyes on Haley, a big smile on her face.
Yours is Miller, and mine is Emerson. I believe you met my uncle.
What the hell?
I guess crazy runs in the family.
She looks behind Haley.
Hey, Uncle Charlie.
Haley turns around to see Emerson standing behind her. He reaches out and grabs Haley by the throat.
I'm sorry, Haley, but this is where your story ends.
Scene 33, night. Interior Dr. Lotus's office. Haley stands with Emerson's hand around her throat.
No offense. I think we really could have been
She
friends.
says, waving the bloody letter opener around.
But my uncle here had a different idea. And what a wonderful idea it was.
She walks up close to Haley.
How does it feel? I've always wondered, how does it feel to die?
Haley lets out a gurgle and reaches out towards Mel.
Now, use your words.
You psycho
She
bitch.
barely lets out the words.
What was that?
She teases Haley.
No, really, say it again.
Haley swings wildly and hits Mel's hand, causing her to scratch her own face. Haley notices the same scratch appear on Emerson's face. Haley quickly kicks towards Mel. She knocks her down to the ground, forcing the letter opener into Mel's stomach. Emerson blinks out of view again, dropping Haley from his grasp. Haley takes a second to catch her breath as Mel stands out, pulling the letter opener from her stomach.
That was not very nice.
I never said I was nice.
Fair.
She shrugs and leaps towards Haley, the letter opener pointed outward. Haley dodges the blade and balls up her fist, thrusting it towards Mel's face. It makes contact and causes Mel to fall backwards. Haley rips the letter opener from Mel's hand as she falls. She then quickly jumps onto Mel's back and starts stabbing her wildly. Mel lets out a scream.
Get off me, you bitch! I'll kill you!
Hey, Mel,
She grabs her by the hair and pulls her head back.
you talk too much.
She uses the letter opener to slit Mel's throat. Mel grabs at her throat, blood pouring down like a stream. She gurgles as she drops to the ground. Haley spots Mel's bracelet, and it clicks.
God damn it!
She grabs the bracelet from her wrist and goes and retrieves Kyle's. She picks up the lighter from the ground and lights the bracelets on fire.
Time to go. Or 3 to go.
She says as she says in an exhausted tone. She breathes heavily in and out. The camera fades out to the sounds of her breathing. Scene 34, leaving. Interior hospital hallway, ground floor, night. The camera faces the elevator doors. The heavy thunder can be heard as the doors open. Haley steps out of the elevator, the doctor's lighter clenched in her one hand, a set of key cards in the other.
I hate hospitals.
She says as she walks down the hall. She steps in front of the doctor's body, still hanging from the wall by the broom. She reaches into his pocket and retrieves his wallet and phone. She uses the doctor's finger to open his phone. She opens an internet search and types in the words, taxi near me. She makes a call as she opens the doctor's wallet and removes some cash.
Hello?
She says as a voice answers. Would you like to take this?
Yeah, where can I take you this evening?
Yeah, I think so. Scene 35. Is this the end? Interior car, night. The radio plays.
The details are a bit fuzzy as to what really
He's
happened.
gonna take it.
Oh, I thought it was
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But authorities are calling it a bloody scene, like nothing they've seen in years. Hold on, listen just a minute.
A hand reaches up and turns off the radio. The camera zooms out and shows a person driving down a country road.
Are you sure we're going the right way? This road doesn't really show up on my GPS.
The camera turns to the back seat to reveal Haley.
I'm sure. Just past the bridge. You can't stop at the end of the lane. I'll walk from here.
If you say so.
The car approaches a familiar cabin in the woods.
This is close enough, thanks.
Haley says, grabbing a bag that's sitting beside her. The car stops and Haley gets out. The driver rolls down the window.
Do you want me to wait here?
If you would.
How long do you think that will be?
I don't know, but keep the engine running.
Haley walks off towards the cabin, a bag in her hand. The driver rolls the window back up and turns on the radio. Haley walks close to the cabin and reaches into the bag to retrieve a bottle of lighter fluid. She pops the cap open and starts to pour it on the ground. She makes her way to the cabin and pulls out another bottle of lighter fluid from her bag. She pops open the bottle and pours it onto the side of the cabin. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out the doctor's lighter.
Bye-bye, Charles.
She says as the camera pushes in on her face. The sound of a twig snapping can be heard. She turns her head and drops the lighter. Scene 36. Fool me once. Haley makes her way back towards the car, smoke following her. She hops into the back seat.
Thanks for waiting.
She puts on her seatbelt.
Hope that didn't take too long.
The driver doesn't respond. Haley looks forward and catches a look at the driver in the mirror. Their throat is slit and blood pouring out.
No!
Emerson appears beside the car. He punches towards the back window, and the camera fades to the sound of glass shattering, interrupted by Haley's scream.
Ah!
And that's the end.
And then it ends with ABBA's I'm the Hero. Winner takes it all. Sorry, that's what it was.